Probes on too.
And off they go. Linemen are braving these frigid temperatures to restore your power to the still more than 60,000 customers who are in the dark this morning. We speak live to Encore and SWEPCO to get an update.
We're live on the roads tracking conditions so you don't have to. It is slick and icy out there, so if you have to be somewhere today, please take it slow.
The ice has canceled school all across East Texas, and these kids aren't complaining, it doesn't look like. Later in the show, we show how your ice day moments and all those that you shared with us.
And the second part of this winter storm is here, which is the bitterly cold temperatures. We got that coming up in the next several days. We'll take a look at all the numbers coming up in your forecast. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Here at CBS 19 Plus, it's our mission to put East Texas first. This storm already claiming 3 lives, and that's why we have been on the air all weekend long with live crews in your area tracking the latest conditions to keep you and your family safe. This morning, our Nayeli Carrillo is on scene with our on-scene vehicle looking at the icy roads, and Robert De La Garza in Longview talking about how neighbors are helping each other. We'll check in with them very soon.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. So glad that you are with us this morning, and that we've got meteorologist Joel Robinson in the Weather Center tracking what is now bitterly cold temperatures. They have really fallen, and those wind chills, man, it is cold out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double whammy, right? I mean, you already have the cold temperatures, but you add the wind. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a cold next couple of mornings, especially this morning where we could potentially tie a record low temperature of 12 in Tyler, which was set back in 1904. So this is definitely a cold next several days that we're going to be seeing. And as far as the extreme cold, with that criteria, that's going to go until noon tomorrow. Still going to be pretty cold into the next few mornings, but the temperatures being as cold as they are this morning, the teens feeling like the single digits, and even the negative single digits even. That's only going to be lasting for today and into tomorrow, but by the next couple of days we'll be warming up just a tad. But it still won't be much of a help to our icy conditions in the next several days here. This is a look at Broadway on our Roberts to Roberts cam, and you see the icy conditions there. Highly advise you to not be on the roadways. If you have to travel, definitely make sure to take it slow. We're at 16 in Mineola, 17 in Tyler, in Jacksonville, and 18 in Nacogdoches. It is very, very cold, and again, that wind coming in from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour, making it feel like 3 degrees in Jefferson, 6 degrees in Mineola, and also 8 degrees in Tyler. So make sure to bundle up on your way out this morning. I'll show you just how long it'll all last coming up in your 7-day forecast. Stick around.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. Well, right now, nearly 60,000 people across East Texas are without power this morning. A good chunk of the state of Texas saw this winter storm, but check this out. Only East Texas right now still getting the brunt of all these power outages. All morning long, we've been tracking these numbers, and some counties have increased the number of outages they have, like Nacogdoches County. Others are seeing their power restored. So let's take a look at a few of them. A lot less red than what we saw about 24 hours ago, which is good news. You've seen the crews out there working pretty much all through the weekend, day and night, in the cold and icy conditions to get power restored for everyone here in East Texas. So let's look at Rusk County real quick. 5,400 folks without power this morning, a significant decrease than what we saw yesterday. But just further down south in Shelby County, that's been our major spot all weekend long. Over 60% of the county still without power this morning. That's about 9,600 customers without power. When we talk about customers, that's not individual people. Those are either houses or buildings that are without power this morning. Down over in Nacogdoches County, we've seen an increase in power outages there. Folks there, about 9,500 customers without power this morning. Further south as well, over into a couple of other counties. St. Augustine County, a little over 1,000 customers without power. Over in Sabine County, 2,300 folks without power. And further north out of there in Cherokee County, almost 6,500 people, or customers that is, without power this morning. We'll continue to check on these numbers all morning long for you guys. Of course, it'll be a give and take as these crews continue to work on these power outages, and the ice not making it any easier out there, Dana.
Certainly is not. And Encore crews are working in the bitter cold to get the lights turned back on for thousands of East Texans like Jesus just showed us. Tom Trimble with Encore is joining us live this morning. Tom, thanks again for joining us once again and helping give our viewers the latest updates. First question, how's it going this morning?
It's going slow. We made really great progress yesterday. We knocked out about 12,000 customers as far as getting customers back on throughout the day yesterday. We're real proud of our crews. Most importantly, they did all this by working safely. With the treacherous conditions out there on the ice, on the roads, we were able to get a lot of folks back on and do it safely. So I was real proud of everybody.
So this morning, we're about 7:10 right now. How many people are you trying to restore at this moment?
So at this moment, we're trying to restore about 8,000 people over here in East Texas. That includes about 2,000 folks in Jacksonville area, about 1,000 folks down in the Rusk area, about 1,000 customers in the Dialville area. Lufkin has about 1,200 customers out, and Nacogdoches has about 2,800 customers out. So we've got a lot of resources. It's all hands on deck still to this time right now. And we've got contract crew resources, hundreds of them out there working. We worked through the night last night, did a really good job. The hardest thing for us is not only the travel back and forth between the places, but there's still a lot of ice on the trees out there. And as the wind picks up a little bit here and there, we have a lot of trees still coming down as we get power back onto houses. The power goes back out and we go down the line and there's a brand new tree that's fallen. So we appreciate the patience that our customers have given us. Every one of our customers out here has been just so wonderful to our team. So we thank everybody in the East Texas community.
That is always good to hear. Let's kind of compare. We have different kinds of storms here in East Texas. We get severe weather here a lot. When we're talking about restoring with an ice storm, what are the different challenges with an ice storm versus severe weather when we're talking about high winds, tornadoes, hurricane situations? How's the difference with your crews getting out there right now?
So with those kind of storms, they come through and they leave and they're gone. And we've got a fresh set of whatever we need to go ahead and fix that particular problem. With an ice storm, it lingers. It's still there. All the ice, storm went away, but the ice is still there weighing down trees, weighing down power lines, weighing down everything. So it just takes a lot longer. And when you get the power back on, and customers might have power for an hour, and then all of a sudden the same customers go out and you walk down that line and you see a brand new tree that had fallen just 30, 45 minutes after you gotten the power back on. Until we have a thaw, and which a thaw will bring its own challenges. But until we have everything thaw out, we'll continue to have outages and we'll continue to work and we'll continue to get everybody restored until that happens.
So as of this morning, how many crews do you have out there? We're talking, is it hundreds of people working to restore power at this point?
We've got hundreds of crews, thousands of people working to restore power. We are putting everybody in, and we're bringing more people in. The areas in our service territory that weren't as hard hit, we're bringing those people over to East Texas to help us out.
And are you seeing most of the outages in the more rural areas where there are a lot more trees to contend with, or is it just kind of spread out?
No, we're seeing where we have customers and there's a lot of trees along the line, especially out here. We've got 100, 150 foot tall pine trees. A lot of these trees are falling from 30, 40, 50 foot off of our right of way away from our lines and just falling through our lines. So we're doing everything we can, but mostly what we're seeing is a lot of trees falling from way away from our lines and falling through our lines. So it just makes it very difficult when you get the power back on and everybody's feeling good about it, and you know our customers are happy, and then it goes back out and you see a 100-foot pine tree that you got to now cut off that line.
How can we help you do your job better as we move through this winter storm together over the next few days?
With the roads as treacherous as they are, our folks have to be out there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We're going to be out there. But if you can stay home while the roads are treacherous, please stay home and give our folks enough room to do the work that they need to do to get the power back on. If you're sitting at your house and the power's been out for a while, what we would ask you to do is go ahead and turn your heater off. Power comes back on, wait for a bit, and then turn the heater back on, and then slowly turn the heat back up at your house. What happens is if everybody's heater is on, it hits our system pretty hard, and will trip the whole line back out if it hits it too hard. So we would ask some people to do that because heaters are high users of electricity. So if you could do that, that would help us out greatly.
Really good advice this morning. Thank you so much, Tom Trimble, for being with us once again here on Morning Y'all. Tell your crews thank you and to be safe out there.
Thank you so much.
And we'll continue checking with Encore, SWEPCO as well, and those outage maps throughout the morning to bring you the latest conditions as they continue to change really by the moment.
Yeah, we're talking about all that ice on the power lines. That same ice sticking to the roads. Our Nayeli Carrillo has been live all morning long tracking those conditions out on the road this morning. Nayeli, the sun is starting to come out, but it's not getting any better out on the roads right now.
Jesus, Dana, actually right before we came on, we were actually sliding before getting onto the bridge on Beckham. As you can see, not a lot of ice on the bridge, but you can see the center line now that the sun is up. But like I mentioned, very dangerous. I was actually holding on. I was like, oh my goodness, when we were sliding. But as you can see, once we get out of the bridge on Beckham, the ice continues. And I did want to mention to the people that are watching on our Facebook, I am watching the questions, if y'all have any questions on the roadways as well. But right now we're passing La Michoacana, and we did see a few more cars on the roadways, but again, still moving very slow. Okay. That one's not moving very slow, but as I was mentioning earlier, we did see some crews, linemen getting ready for the day. And now that the sun is up, the temperatures are not really gonna get much higher than freezing, like Joel had mentioned. But Dana, Jesus, do you have any questions?
No, we're good. It looks like it's very slick out there. Thank you so much, Nayeli. Y'all be careful out there. We do know that they've gone in, the city street crews, to treat those bridges. So maybe that's why there's a little bit of traction there, but maybe best advice just to stay off those bridges and the roads altogether if you can. I do know we have a lot of first responders, people who work in hospitals that have to go today. So giving them the space to do that, probably our best bet.
Especially on those side streets, those aren't treated or as traveled as often.
Right.
So those are the worst, especially trying to get out of your house. I know I slipped getting out of my driveway in my apartment, something that didn't happen yesterday. So a lot of the stuff that got melted, refreezing, just making things a lot worse.
And any parking lot that I saw this morning actually looked like just pure ice, because nobody has been on those for the last 48 hours or so. So it's not just the driving, the walking can be very dangerous. You can have injuries there as well.
Oh, big time.
All right, we know that the cold air is here to stay and the road conditions very, very dicey and icy. But with school out for thousands of kiddos across the area, we do want to know, how are you entertaining yourself in this Arctic blast?
Yeah, we've got an overwhelming amount of responses, and we're going to talk a few of them about on our show, and talking about sharing our thoughts with the youngest reporters here. But I want to go on Facebook real quick, see what people are saying out here right now. Shelly's saying some cooking, some cleaning, playing cards, and watching Netflix. It's a good time right now to do a deep clean.
After you got done with Morning Y'all over the weekend, what'd you do?
What did I do? I was bundled up watching a movie, play video games. That's
all
about
very
it.
safe things to do, Joel.
Yep, I was just mainly inside, and I was at my apartment for a little bit and just hung out, read the Bible a little bit, and just watched some YouTube.
All good ways to get through this. For us, we were making soups, gumbo, and watching some good football and some good movies and TV shows.
That's what Lisa's saying. She said eating, and Eating is what Lisa said, man.
Well, that's right. You got to stay warm and hydrated and full when it's this cold.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's so cold. And
It
it's,
is.
I mean, wind chills, I think they're the biggest thing, too.
They are
Yes.
pretty
It's
chilly.
so cold. But, yeah.
All right, we've got some of our youngest reporters out here that are helping us out. And
We're
look at them.
reporting live from Diana, Texas, where the community has been blasted over with Arctic temperatures. People are staying home today in warmth of their homes. Grocery stores no longer have bread, milk, eggs, and bottled water. Roads are completely iced over and dangerous to travel on. People are afraid of losing power in their homes. I hope they have generators. As you can see, structures have been destroyed by the freezing wind and ice coming down. We are encouraging everyone to stay safe this weekend. And don't eat all of your snacks in one day.
That is
I think that's the best
thing.
advice.
They're hired.
That's
They're
right.
hired.
How adorable are they?
Very, but it's hard not to eat all your snacks in one day. What else are you going to do?
I know, like,
that
the,
is
like
hard.
the chipmunks, you know how
Right?
they go all in.
All
Thank you all
in.
for sending that. That was truly amazing. Best thing that I've seen in a long time.
Oh, man. Imagine that little. They were excited, though.
They were.
They were super
They did a
excited
great
to go
job,
out
I
there.
think.
All right. I think we've got some more videos here.
Somebody's having fun. Yeah, that's a sweet moment with 6-year-old Harlan making the best out of what was left of the ice storm where they live. You can see him sledding on a box, being pulled by his mama. So sweet. The joy. I love kids and joy. It's the best thing. They still get excited even when it's not snow and it's
Right?
ice.
As long as
Me,
they're having fun.
I just like the snow. I could do without these icy conditions.
It's hit or miss, though. You can have fun in the ice, as we've seen.
Okay.
But the snow.
It
I
hits
wanna build a
different.
snowman.
Right?
I want to build a snowman, y'all. Come on.
I feel
Oh,
that.
man. All right. Keep sharing those great moments with us on our Facebook page. We'll share some of them on our social media page. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus right after this.
East Texas, it's game day.
And our lineup has never been cuter.
This January, we're teaming up with the SPCA of East Texas for Pop Forward, a month of stories that put rescue pets in the spotlight.
From the underdogs to the rising stars.
We're kicking off a mission to help every dog and cat get their shot at a forever home. And your support fuels the SPCA's life-saving work.
Every dollar helps animals right here in East Texas.
Join us January 30th for Pop Forward Day of Giving.
And help us score a win for animals in our community.
Sponsored by Pelche Subaru.
This is the worst storm that they've seen come through.
Any one of these could begin to rotate.
Definitely some massive power outages going on out here. The whole neighborhood is completely dark.
Some widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms.
Look at that damage seen across Smith County.
Long enough to split a home in half with a tree.
We have 54 lightning strikes now in the last 15 minutes.
It's been a whirlwind kind of weather day.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with CBS 19 and CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. We have been monitoring school closures in the aftermath of the winter storm hitting East Texas, and several districts are adjusting plans for today to keep students and staff safe. I want to show you a list of those school districts across our area who have decided to cancel classes due to the weather. They include Arp, Bullard, Carthage, Gladewater, Tyler, and Longview ISDs, but look at that list. It's long. We're here to help keep you safe and informed, so head over to CBS19.tv to see that full list of closures.
And let's take a look outside of the roads. This is the coldest morning we've seen during this system, and that matters because even treated roads are staying icy. And when I say icy, just imagine driving on a skating rink. That's what it's like out there. You can see that reflection on the floor. What froze overnight, or what melted, has frozen overnight and will stay frozen throughout the day. And crews have been working, but temperatures are simply too cold for much improvement. And we're not talking about slush. This is solid ice. A lot of these spots, especially on bridges and overpasses. So if you don't have to be out on the roads this morning, this is one way to stay put and wait it out. All right, let's get checking that forecast now with Joel. It is cold out there and icy. That wind is brutal.
Absolutely. It's a combination of just the cold temperatures by themselves and then the winds, and we're not going to be going above freezing into this afternoon, so all the icy conditions are going to be here to stay at least until tomorrow morning. We will have, again, another chance to kind of melt, and then we'll refreeze once again over the next several days. So I do expect the icy conditions to even continue into the next several days after that. But extreme cold is what we're talking about here. Weather impact alert from now until noon tomorrow. We're talking about Arctic cold here with wind chills as low as the single digits, maybe even single digits below zero. Highly advise you to not travel. If you have to, definitely make sure to take it slow, bundle up, and bring your pets and your plants inside. Extreme cold warnings until noon tomorrow for all of East Texas for those cold temperatures. We will have a chance to warm up into the next several days, but still will be below freezing during the overnight. 31 to 32 degrees for today. Icy conditions expected for the remainder of today. Upper teens to low 20s as we start out our Tuesday. We will make it to above freezing as we head into Tuesday afternoon, but watch what happens into Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. We dip back below freezing, so anything that has a chance to melt will refreeze into your Wednesday morning. We're back up to above freezing for Wednesday afternoon, and then we rinse and repeat into Thursday as well. Wind chills again as low as the single digits, and then for the afternoon feeling like the 20s. Kind of the same situation into your Tuesday as well, as low as the single digits or around 10 to 15 across much of the area here, and then feeling like the 20s into your Wednesday as well. Here's your 7-day forecast. We make it up to around 52 degrees as we head into Thursday, but the overnight lows as low as the teens to even 20s. So anything again that has a chance to melt will once again refreeze. So we are going to continue to expect icy conditions at least through Thursday.
East Texas first. You're watching Morning Yo on CBS 19 Plus.
Just after 7:30 here at CBS 19, it's our mission to put East Texas first. This storm already claiming 3 lives. That's why we've been on air all weekend long with live crews in your area tracking the latest conditions to keep you and your family safe. This morning, our Nayeli Carrillo is on the roads in our on-scene vehicle looking at those icy conditions. Robert De La Garza in Longview talking about how neighbors are helping each other. We'll check in with both of them very soon.
Good morning, all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus for the second half hour. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks so much for being with us. So glad you've stuck with us all weekend long as we get through this winter storm together. And today the conditions are really cold out there. That's the real problem, is the extreme cold warning that we have, and none of what froze thawing out.
That's making it tough for all this ice out there. It's not really thawing out right now this morning, Joel.
No, now we'll have a chance for maybe things to melt just ever so slightly with the sun hitting the surface, but the air temperatures themselves will not be above freezing for this afternoon. So continue to expect some very icy conditions into the rest of today and potentially into the next several days as temperatures dip below freezing. Extreme cold warnings in effect at least until 12 noon on Tuesday. It will still be pretty cold over the next several mornings, but as far as the extreme cold, with temperatures as low as the teens, feeling like the single digits, maybe even single digits below zero, will continue to be the case into the next several days here. And as we take a look outside here on our Roberts and Roberts cam, looks like we're having some issues with Max this morning. We are in the teens to around 20 this morning, so definitely do not want to be outside. Especially with the road conditions. There we go. Here's a look at Tyler this morning, and you can definitely see how the roads are just very icy. Luckily, we're not seeing too much in the way of traffic out there, so that is a good thing. If you have to travel, definitely make sure to take it really, really slow. But if you have to get, if you don't have to, don't get out. We'll take a look at the rest of your forecast coming up.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. Right now, nearly 60,000 Texans are without power this morning. We have seen some increases in power outages this morning since we last spoke about 30 minutes ago. These are going to be mainly in the areas we've been watching pretty much all weekend long in these shaded areas right now. Panola County right now seeing about 6,000 customers. That is down from last time. However, down in Shelby County, we have seen an increase in power outages. They're up to 8,800 now. Cherokee County as well, seeing just a little bit more power outages than we saw a couple of minutes ago at about 6,471. Down in Nacogdoches County, an increase in power outages there as well. Again, not by much, maybe a dozen or so, but they're at 9,468 customers without power this morning. And then over in Rusk, about 5,452 customers without power. Earlier we spoke to Encore. They said they're tracking these power outages mainly in the Jacksonville area, the city of Rusk, and down in Nacogdoches as well. They've had crews there all weekend long, and so has SWEPCO. Both these power companies and many other companies across East Texas working hard to get the power on, especially during these cold and icy conditions. Dana.
Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Yeah, Nacogdoches rising to the top of the list where outages are, followed by Shelby, Cherokee, Panola, Rusk, Sabine, and Van Zant counties. We know that linemen are actively working right now to restore power in these icy conditions. We want to bring in Mark Robinson from SWEPCO this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Well, good morning, Dana. Thank you for having me again this morning.
You're out in the elements right now. I see working with those linemen. First, we want to wish you having to work on your birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you for doing that.
Someone told on me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Our guys do this all the time, whether it's their kid's birthday or Christmas or power plant workers that are working in the control rooms. We work through a lot of important dates, so I'm happy to work on my birthday. It'll be a good day.
Yeah, I agree. Anything we can do to keep our neighbors safe and with the lights on and get them through their day easier. I know that's what you guys do as well. Tell me about how many outages y'all are dealing with right now and trying to get those lights turned back on.
So yesterday for SWEPCO in 3 states, I said 70,000 customers. That's down to 38,000. In East Texas, yesterday we started with 20,000, and today we're starting. We did it. Our guys and girls did a great job. We're down under 7,000. But for those 7,000 customers, that's the most important thing in their world as it is in ours. And so most of those are going to be in Carthage, Texas, as well as in Henderson. Henderson's down to about 1,600, and Carthage still has has right at 4,000. And so that's where we're focusing almost all of our efforts. We have a few hundred out in Marshall and Kilgore as well. And so we'll be focusing hard on those areas this morning.
How does this weather complicate them trying to get the lights turned back on? We know it's dangerous to get to the location, but once they get there, how difficult is it to work when it feels like it's in the single digits out there?
Both of those things are extremely important. Getting there is slower. Everything is a little bit slower, right? So we've had to ask and tell our drivers, you must slow down. We're driving 10, 15, 20 miles an hour. We've got big trucks that do not stop on a dime. And so slow down. And then once you get there, having cleats on, having all of your equipment on, and making sure that, of course, you're going to be out in this all day, making sure that you're warming up and don't have any type of frostbite situations. It's extremely cold. Trees that are down don't act the same. Ice is a different footing. Everything is different in our world, and unfortunately, it just makes us go a little bit slower, but slow is safe.
I know you guys prepare for moments like this all year round. We talked about over the weekend about just how dangerous it is whenever the ice clings to these power lines and trees. It makes it so heavy, and they just come down, even though it's stopped falling at this point.
Right, absolutely. So we're no longer seeing precipitation, and that's great. We know what we're working with. That is the positive, right? So we should not see any additional accumulation of ice. So we know what we're dealing with. They're able to break it off and use de-icer on specific needs. But yes, we prepare all year, every year. We do storm drills. We have ICS training. We have the equipment that we need. It's just a matter of time. And to our customers that are still out, we know you're out. We're coming. And just please be safe. And like you said, neighbors helping neighbors, please check on each other, specifically if you have power. And if it's safe to do so, at least make a call and just make sure that your neighbors and friends are okay.
And I know some people think, hey, my neighbor probably to the left or right of me made the call and told the power company that it's out. But you still want those reports to come in so you know where you need to go. If everybody assumes that, then you don't go to the locations that you need to be at.
That's right. And sometimes it'll be day 3 and somehow we've missed somebody. So please make sure that you've downloaded the SWEPCO app. Make sure you reported your outage. If you're wondering if you know about it, report it again, or just check and make sure that we understand that there's an outage in your area. You can still call in 1-888-216-3523, but the app is the best way because we can communicate back with you when we think your power has been restored. And if it hasn't, you hit the no, send it back, and we'll create another ticket for you.
Give East Texans some perspective, just how many crews, how many people, boots on the ground right now, are sloshing through all of this ice, or maybe sliding through the ice to try to get power restored.
Sure. So just from a very hyper-local standpoint, we had hundreds and hundreds of guys here this morning eating breakfast. I'm at our base camp here at the Gray County Fairgrounds. We fed them all breakfast. We give them a box lunch so that they don't have to try to find lunch. So they take that in their truck with them, and when they get a chance, they grab a bite to eat. And then they'll come back here later tonight about 8:30, try to get a meal. There's thousands. We've got 5,600 humans, personnel that are out in our 3-state area. Several of thousand of those are here in East Texas, and most headed towards, again, Carthage and Henderson this morning.
Last question that is, what's the best safety advice you can give anyone dealing with power outages right now?
Absolutely. And you prompted me great yesterday. If there's a wire down, I know it's I think we're on day 4. Sorry, you get storm brain when you've been working 16 to 18-hour days. But if there's a wire down, sometimes there's an assumption, hey, it's safe. It's been down on the ground. No, we've seen those wires energized on the ground day 3, day 4, day 5. So please let us know if there's a wire down. We'll come check it out. We'll make it safe. Please don't touch. Please don't try to roll it up. Maintain at least 10 feet of separation from you and that wire.
Mark, again, happy birthday, and thank you to you and all your crews. Please pass that along to them this morning. All of East Texas appreciates the hard work they do.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Jesus.
All right, have a good one. We're going to continue checking these outage maps, Jesus, throughout the morning.
We will, and of course, throughout this morning, we've seen a lot of those power outages go in and out, so better than it was yesterday. Yes. So we appreciate all the linemen out there. Well, meanwhile, over in Jacksonville, 2 warming centers are doing what they can to provide a safe space for those in need who might not have power. The Highway 69 Mission and Central Baptist Church are taking in anyone in need of help or a place to rest as these freezing temperatures continue. They say they are already ready with volunteers to help as many people as they need through this front.
We opened because like back in 2021, we opened up the church as a warming center, and it was, I don't know, it was just a blessing for us. I think it was a blessing for the community. We're good to go all through the night, so even if people need to stay the night here, we've got, I think, like 50 air mattresses and different rooms that people can stay in, and everything's warm, so they're more than welcome to come.
I've enjoyed being here. Yeah. They keep heat going. They got food for us, and things that we need.
Well, those interested in volunteering with Central Baptist Church can contact them through their Facebook page. All right, let's get a check on Nayeli Carrillo, who's been out on our CBS 19 on-scene unit. Nayeli, you're heading out to Henderson right now. How are the roads out there on your way there?
Hey, Jesus and Dana. Right now, we are heading to Rusk County, and we're about to get to where the University of Texas at Tyler is. But the reason that we're headed to Rusk County is because the county has opened a warming station for people that now need a temporary place to warm up because of the cold weather. They've opened the Rusk County Expo Center, and this location is not currently equipped for long-term or overnight sheltering, but anybody who does need to stay warm are encouraged to go directly to the center or even contact the Rusk County for assistance getting there. But right now, as you can see, the roads are very slick. As I said, we're right next to the University of Texas at Tyler, and we're headed to Rusk. And again, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and drop them on our Facebook, and I'll be answering them. But like I mentioned, very slick out there. You want to go slow, and if you really don't need to go out, don't get on the roads. Jesus, Dana.
All right, thank you. Y'all be careful out there, Nayeli, as you head to your next destination. As she mentioned, emergency officials are asking you to stay home if you can, but we know that is not a reality for all people. We have a lot of first responders, hospital workers. Most roads have been treated for some ice. If you must go out there, AAA wants you to remember one of the biggest tips if you encounter ice on the roads. They say to drive slowly to avoid any skids. But if you do start to skid, take your foot off the accelerator. I know that's a little scary, and then steer gently in the direction that you want to go. Whatever you do, don't slam on the brakes. That makes things worse. To regain traction, apply the gas slowly. Remember, it takes longer to slow down on these icy roads, so give yourself a lot of space between you and the next vehicle, you and the stop sign, you and the light. And if you do have to go uphill, do not stop. You need to power up on that hill. Remember to always wear your seatbelt. AAA says it's also a good idea to take blankets, a flashlight, and extra food with you if you have to be out in this winter weather, just in case you get stranded. As freezing temperatures continue across East Texas, TxDOT crews are working around the clock to keep those major roads passable. Officials say conditions are dangerous, especially on bridges and overpasses. We can't say it enough. Now, this video is not today. This is when TxDOT crews went out and prepared in advance of the winter storm, treating those roads with brine and then later working to remove the slush as the precipitation moved through our region. Using blade-equipped trucks to help out, crews focused on clearing, again, bridges and slowing the ice buildup, particularly on major routes like I-20 and other high-priority roads.
We try to make roads passable, meaning for emergency vehicles and for people who do have to get out. And so, again, if you can stay home, it's a good day to stay home.
Yeah, it's several good days to stay home, right? Jeff Williford with TxDOT says bridges freeze faster than other roadways, making them especially hazardous. TxDOT continues to monitor all the roads, treat the icy spots as they can, but they're urging drivers to avoid travel if possible, slow down if you must be out, and check drivetexas.org for the latest road conditions. We were looking at Interstate 20 earlier, not too many cars or trucks even out on the roads right now.
The ones that were out there, we're taking it very, very slow and carefully.
We know that ice is making travel nearly impossible for East Texans. There are a group of volunteers, though, with four-wheel drive vehicles stepping up.
Yeah, they're making sure essential workers can still get to the people who need them the most. Robert De La Garza is joining us live from Longview, where he tells us how these volunteers are making a difference. Robert, sun's out now.
Yeah, Yeah, thank you, Jesus. The sun is out. I mean, that's what we've been waiting for. We're praying for some of this ice to melt over. I mean, if you kind of look at the street right here, where this kind of ice set meets the road right there, that area is really slick. Just kind of walking across that street right there is super dangerous. So I felt like driving has got to be even worse. I see people kind of come down here and doing very slow numbers, like 5 to 20 miles an hour, maybe less than 20, much less than 20. But I-20 looks pretty clear right now. We still have some semis coming down this road, but still also using very slow speeds. But yesterday, while we were out and about, we made a pit stop. We were at Brahms, and we ran into a group of Jeep group out there who we were talking to them. They said they were on their way to pick up some essential workers. This is something that they do. They help pick up nurses, CNAs, medical staff, all just to help get them to the patients that really need them most. And they're working around the clock to continue the care so they can continue care for these patients. And he said, I mean, this was before 3 p.m. yesterday, that they had done hundreds of stops. So it's a large group of them. But right now, the group is called Mountain Showdown. It's a non-profit group that does charity work to help improve trails across Longview, Gilmer, and the surrounding area. During the 2021 winter storm, the group has since grown into a regional operation, coordinating live dispatch from home, moving hundreds of essential workers across East Texas. Let's listen in.
Just make the people are excited that they're actually getting to go to work. You know, it makes you feel good that you helped them because you knew they wasn't getting there if you didn't bring them, and we're able to get them there safely. And you know, that's a good feeling.
You know, we have people here who can't take care of themselves, so we have to have people here all the time to make sure they stay alive and are getting the care that they need.
The cop came, I was like, hey, bro.
Getting their time, gas, taking the risk, not for recognition, but because they love their community and knows that they depend on it. And so, you know, they say that they're continuing this job as long as these roads are slick and as long as those calls just keep coming. And they're also saying that anyone with a 4-wheel drive vehicle can get involved, or if anyone just wants to get involved, or maybe if you need a ride, that you can contact them on their Facebook page at Mountain Showdown on Facebook. So I think today's a good day for that, because just last night when we were on those roadways around coming home from around 6 and 7, we were having a lot of trouble just getting up hills. Basically, we were, like Nayeli said earlier, like you can't see any of the lines on the streets, so you're just kind of like following those tracks on the roadways that other people have made, and especially those back roads, things like that. Not the major roadways are super slick, covered in ice, so if any of these essential workers need a ride, now would be the time to call them. Jesus, Dana.
All right, thank you, Robert. Yeah, we're not made for this in East Texas, navigating these kind of roads.
You see that 18-wheeler behind Robert going very, very slow. So that's the best thing to do out there if people do have to be out and about out there.
Yeah, inching along for sure. All right, we know this cold air is here to stay for a little bit. That's what Joel keeps telling us. But with school out for thousands of kiddos across the area, we're asking you, how are you entertaining yourself in this Arctic blast?
So many options. So we've been overwhelmed with the responses. So we're going to take some time in our show to show our favorite moments. Check this one out.
Today, guys, I'll be playing with jumpstart.
Wow, this video was sent to us by Jacob Northworthy. This is Drexen riding on flooring panel to sled his way down the yard. Yeah, he sticks the landing, as you could see right there. That's pretty impressive. Not your typical snowboard. That's just.
He has good form, though.
He does. And he didn't even lock in, and he's doing a really good job. I'm impressed. I think he's done this before.
Right. My cousins back in home, they used any little thing they could find to go sledding on the overpass hill. So, you know how the bridges go, so it was going down the hill. Some were using like bird feeder bags, cardboard, anything you can find.
Anything.
Just to slide down.
Just make sure you have a clear way.
We did have a clear way. It was going down towards the field, so they were safe. But it was all fun. All right, well, this next video we haven't seen yet. Here it is.
It's cracking.
Where? Ooh.
Brett!
Oh, that is scary.
Scary moments there, yeah. Thankfully, they're okay. It's all fun and games until someone gets accidentally hurt. A good reminder, to not walk on the ice over the lakes. Brett was talking
Yeah.
about this
Yes.
yesterday.
Yeah, not
it has
thick
to
enough.
be
Not thick enough.
really cold, and the water has to be shallow for it to not crack like it did.
It happened to him when he was a young child, and his
Yeah.
brother had to save him. So yeah, definitely don't walk over any
No.
water. It's not that cold here in East Texas.
No. All right, we've got one more video we're going to take a look at
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, these are some kangaroos. Look at them.
They seem a little
in
out
the
of place.
cold. They look like they don't know what to do here. They're like, do we jump on this? Can we get out of this? I feel the same way.
That kangaroo in the back. Hold up, ready? Stops. And goes.
It thinks that this is going to end. My little
Hopefully.
tootsies are not going to be this cold for very long,
No.
but you just keep jumping and you just keep finding it.
I wonder what all these animals out there think, especially the birds.
I can tell you what my dogs think. They think, I don't want to be here.
It's not
I don't
fun.
want to do this. This is not
Yeah.
for me.
They went to Florida. It was, I think it was like 85-ish degrees in like Tampa Bay yesterday, I think I saw.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice. Yeah, no, that warm air is over into the southeastern parts of the country at this point.
We need it back.
Yeah,
ASAP.
we do.
Like really ASAP. Oh,
Yeah.
man. All right, well, let us know on our Facebook page. I know we've had a lot of responses.
Yeah, there are
of
people talking. We're asking them what you're doing to keep yourself entertained during all of this. Peggy says she's going through stacks of clothes. Anything she can get rid of, feeding birds, watching football, that's good. A lot of people are saying they're doing a little Netflix, watching reels and memes and thinking about the UPS drivers out there, listening to their kids complaining. So took a nap, best nap that Jessica's had in a long time.
Hey,
There
sometimes
you
you
go.
gotta do what you gotta do. The best naps sometimes are taken under a nice blanket after you've eaten.
Right? Let's see what else are people saying. Harold says he's just shivering. It is cold. Matt's binging Yellowstone. Let's see. A lot of people watching football. What else would you do, they say. And Elaine says playing cards. That was going on definitely at my house as well.
Man. Seeing all these videos and pictures of folks that are out having fun and sledding, so please do be careful out there, though.
Absolutely. We have seen some accidents already, and I think it's best to make sure you have a lot of clear space if you're going to do something like that, because trees are so dangerous. But it's, same goes if you're going skiing or anything like that. We've seen people skiing in East Texas during this.
And the streets and all. All right, we're about to step away real quick while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. Power outages remain a major concern this morning, and East Texas is seeing the highest impact across the state. Right now, about 60,000 customers are still without power. The hardest hit counties include Shelby, Nacogdoches, Cherokee, Panola, and Rusk. Utility crews are working round the clock, but those icy conditions and dangerous roads, that just slows things down for the restoration efforts. If you are without power, officials urge you to use caution with your generators, use them safely, avoid down lines, and conserve heat where possible. We'll continue tracking those outages throughout the morning and throughout this winter weather.
And right now, TxDOT crews are still working around the clock to keep major roadways passable amid all this ice. Officials say conditions remain dangerous, especially on bridges and overpasses. TxDOT crews prepared in advance. You see that video from last week, treating those roads with brine and working to remove all that slush as this precipitation moved through the region using those blade-equipped trucks. And crews are now focused on clearing those bridges and slowing the ice buildup, especially on major routes like I-20 and other high-priority roads.
We try to make roads passable, meaning for emergency vehicles and for people who do have to get out. And so again, if you can stay home, it's a good day to stay home.
Well, bridges freeze faster than any other roadways, making them especially hazardous. And TxDOT continues to monitor Tier 1 roads and treating those icy spots, but drivers are urged to slow down. If you have to go out, and make sure to check that drivetexas.org website for the latest road conditions.
All right, let's check in with Joel now for a look at your weather.
Yeah, it's all about the cold at this point. We're going to be just below freezing altogether for today, and then we will creep above freezing for tomorrow. But for the overnights, that's going to be really important. For the overnights, we're going to be below freezing, so anything that has a chance to melt will refreeze. The extreme cold continues until Tuesday afternoon. We're talking about temperatures as low as the low teens, feeling like the single digits to even single digits below zero, so highly advise you to not travel at all. If you have to, definitely make sure to take it slow out there. Those icy conditions will continue. Extreme cold warnings are in effect across all of East Texas until noon on Tuesday. Actual air temperatures themselves are going to be around 31 to 32, so still going to be pretty icy into today and even into tomorrow morning as temperatures drop down into the teens to around 20. We will be above freezing for the afternoon as temperatures reach into the upper 30s to low 40s. But by Wednesday morning, temperatures will dip back below freezing. So again, anything that has a chance to melt will refreeze into Wednesday morning, leaving us with some icy conditions still and kind of a rinse and repeat scenario even into your Thursday as well. Definitely make sure to bundle up as well. Temperatures feeling like 0 to -1 single digits, and into this afternoon will feel like the 20s, kind of the same deal into your Tuesday as well, feeling like 7 in Sulphur Springs, 10 degrees in Longview, and temperatures will inch their way up into the 30s as far as it feels like temperatures into a Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday. We make it up to the 50s by Thursday, but overnight lows will keep things pretty icy. All right, welcome back, everybody. Here's one more look at your 7-day forecast. Now, we will not be making it above freezing for today, so temperatures, or I should say conditions on the roads, will still be pretty icy. And even into your Tuesday morning as well, weather impact alert in place for the extreme cold. Look at our low temperature tomorrow morning. Even this morning is around 12 degrees, which is around our record low for Tyler. We're going to be pretty cold into Tuesday as well. We make it above freezing, then back below freezing for the overnights. That'll keep things pretty icy. And we'll be up in the 50s for highs on Thursday with a small chance of rain on Friday. We'll kind of keep an eye on. But yeah, despite those temperatures being above freezing during the day, the overnight lows will keep things pretty icy to the next few mornings.
Hopefully we'll get some type of melting over the next few days, though, once we get into those 50s.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't wait for it. All right, y'all, we know the cold air is here to stay. As Joel keeps showing us, the road conditions still dicey out there. But with school out for thousands of kiddos across East Texas, we've been asking you, how are you entertaining yourself in this Arctic blast?
Yeah, there's been so many options to do. Literally everything you can do. We've been overwhelmed with the responses.
Well, at least indoors.
Right, indoors.
A little bit of fun outdoors.
And some fun outdoors. Say fun. So we're going to take some time to show some of our favorite moments. Check this one out. Puppy's trying to get on the farm.
Yeah, the puppy wants to have fun. This is what amazes me. The people that are like snowboarding, but they don't even.
They're not strapped in.
They're not locked in like you normally would be.
That'll happen.
That's impressive. He has good balance.
Yeah.
That looks like a trash bin. You gotta use anything to have fun.
See, I'm just not that brave.
I'd do it.
You would? Okay.
I
Success
like
there.
I like the adrenaline.
Oh, I like this one. You're in like a little something something.
Oh, it's a little box.
That's how far I'd want to go. Just a little bit.
A little bit of fun.
It's
some
cardboard.
Let's see how far that goes.
Lots of cardboard.
Oh, she's going fast.
Oh, wow.
It kind of looks like a slip and slide moment.
Oh, watch out for the tree.
I know.
We're good.
I've seen that video, and she does stop.
Oh,
I would definitely go down on the back side as opposed to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do all of it.
'Cause
It's
you
like a
can
roller
bail.
coaster.
Like you could bail if you need
Yeah.
to. That's what I would do.
Would
Yeah,
you go?
I would. I just would not do it on my belly because if I fall forward or something, it's the face full of ice and ouchie.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
And that's cold. That can burn you.
Oh, totally.
I love that ice.
Oh, yeah.
Ice
Man.
burn. I don't, yeah, no, thank you.
Ice, not nice.
Not
It's
nice.
not. All right, thanks so much for continuing your day here with us. Hopefully, we've helped get your morning started, keep you safe. Don't head out on those roads if you don't have to. And thanks for being with us. For Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. Of course, we got the noon show also coming up here as well as on air.
I can be here for the latest news and weather throughout the day. Have a safe and warm morning. We'll see y'all later at noon.